Yeah, guys, well, I'm in the middle of writing that check for you right now, so let's talk about it. Starting in January of 2023, every single senior is going to get $140 or an 8.7% increase to their Social Security check. Good morning. Well, I just got this press release into the newsroom right now from Adidas terminating their partnership with Kanye West. Yeah, hey guys, this is just coming into the newsroom after 9 days on the picket lines. We do know it appears as though teachers will be heading back to the classroom. Well, I have the data here from 2020 because I think that that's important and an important part of this story, but I also have the data from last night's election, which tells a much different story. In 2020, she won all of these counties in Wyoming with ease. Last evening, not the case. Pages long, and I've only just been able to start going through it, so you and I, we're going to go through it together right now on live television. The way it starts, he says that the presidential election of 2020 was rigged. School district's $8 million 10-year safety maintenance levy failed early this morning as results are now clear. So Kootenai County elections are reporting. Yeah, hey guys, well, I'm actually watching our live feeds right now out of New York, and I'm watching the Today Show, and I want to let you know about this. Nancy Pelosi was just on Today this morning defending her trip to Taiwan. This comes following a deadly weekend in Ukraine, and of course now the White House is getting involved in a G7 summit that is currently taking place. Yeah, Sam, this is just coming into the newsroom from NBC News. Senator Susan Collins is announcing she will vote to confirm Judge Brown Jackson. So she will be the very first Republican to support President Joe Biden's nominee, this for the Supreme Court. News out of the mining city. This is for our friends in Butte. We have a letter into the newsroom right now. This from the employees over at Starbucks. They're saying they want to unionize. They're sending an intent to unionize. This right now to the CEO of Starbucks. That's right, guys. And I do have basically a statement from everybody and their dog this morning. The President of the United States getting involved. We've got the union getting involved. We've got the Labor Secretary, Pete Buttigieg, just put out a statement. Because this would have hit, but at the end of the day, she will not be representing the state of Washington. Now, in Spokane County, she got roughly 75,000 votes. You see a lot of red right here on the screen. In comparison to what Senator Murray got, 66,000 votes. Meanwhile, across the state over in King County, the senator swept the Democrat-friendly area. Quickly, you say 44 days ago, I messaged a friend of mine in the United Kingdom who's a reporter. He says she needed to serve until January to avoid holding the record of shortest-serving prime minister. Yeah, hey guys, good morning. Nice to see you. Let's start right here with a couple of press releases coming into the newsroom from the Royal Communications Office, which state that the king accepted Elizabeth Truss's resignation earlier this morning. This is the deal when it comes to the actual math. We're looking at $34.10 a share. If you do the math, that comes to, just a little bit about $24.6 billion. If you got that lying around, you can purchase some grocery stores. The Queen, who's 96 years old, is not doing well. This information is coming to us right now from a statement from Buckingham Palace that they tweeted early this morning, and that is a break with royal protocol because historically they downplay. We're taking a live look right now from Balmoral Estate, which is in Scotland, where the Queen is currently residing. I know I'm a little upset about this one. I'm sad, but we're going to start here, okay? So 3 is going to be our magic number. Inflation, it's cooling off just a little bit. Gas prices are going down, but Disney fans, Disney Plus, getting just a little more expensive. So to quote Elsa, do you let it go? Well, let's talk.
Bradley, the person police shot was wanted on a national warrant.
Yeah, you guys, and this story is pretty wild right now. I've been on the phone with our sister NBC station KNDU in Yakima, and they're telling me it's not clear how they found this wanted man, but they're saying it started at about 3:30 this morning, and I want to give you the details. So the fugitive ran off from officers when they confronted him. He got in a car and sped off. It just started. So this right here on your screen is the police chief of the Bristol Police Department. We were just hearing from state police, and what I can tell you is that this started involving a domestic dispute with 2 siblings. One of the officers was killed on scene. The other died in hospital. I'm going to just pot this up real quickly and let you listen to Kit right now, the details we're getting. We are learning that 2 police officers were shot and a third is seriously hurt, fighting for their life right now in the hospital. A press conference just took place, and we're learning more about who actually died. One of the officers was a school resource officer.
And maybe even spend a little bit more, Bradley, and get 2 gallons of gasoline. Where are you? Where have you been?
Well, Sam, the cheapest gallon of gasoline is the one that you're paying for. So thank you so much for filling up the tank, Sam, in the news car. Appreciate that. I am right now on 3rd Avenue.
People don't think about it, but when somebody offers you toilet paper, It's pretty huge.
That's Kathleen and her husband, Carl. Currently, they live in an RV. They are two people who find themselves homeless and priced out of the market in Spokane County. They're currently receiving services from New Hope in the Colbert area.
The biggest thing, a shower twice a week. You guys may laugh at that, but we would come here and I'd feel like I could make it another week. Because I felt clean and I felt like I could come back into me.
Kathleen and her husband recently moved back to the area, the north side, Spokane County, a place she called home prior, but now can't afford.
There are no affordable rentals in North County, Spokane.
New Hope is an organization that's been tasked with being the solution in the county. They service 100 square miles in the county, and they say they are at a record high demand for services.
These are people who have jobs. They are from this community. A lot of them have gone to school out here.
The homeless issue transcends downtown Spokane, and it's growing. Sarah with New Hope says new numbers show that close to 35% of the Meade School District's student body are low income, and around 450 students are homeless. She says people are priced out of their homes. They can't afford utilities, mortgages, and taxes, and they spent all of their savings just trying to stay put.
People don't realize that that's happening sort of invisibly.
Historically, New Hope has been able to support people with small amounts of cash for small needs, but the need continues to grow. So they're asking for help by way of a conversation tonight at Whitworth University.
We're hoping that we could see some affordable housing being put in the North County.
New Hope would like to see a co-housing unit built in the community. They are pointing to the Haystack Heights co-housing community in Spokane as a possible solution.
We would like to show the community that that's possible.
Sarah says New Hope is going to need the community to run point on this. They have done their job, and now they need the community to be the solution, as they have been stretched to the limit.
What's amazing is it's actually a tackleable number, 35 people. 35 housing units, that is a really small community.
As for Kathleen and her husband, they hope the community will be positive and proactive with this conversation, as opposed to against it.
Because I honestly believe in people. I honestly believe in the good of people. God has touched us with good people all along this weird journey.
Reporting in Colbert, I'm Bradley Warren, Nonstop Local.
You could tell she found out there are still a few holdouts.
Oh, hey, you caught me exercising. I'm getting ready for Bloomsday. This year, people are returning to the streets of downtown Spokane, this for the first time since the pandemic. But here's the deal. Because of the pandemic, the race has gone virtual and remains virtual, so people who live outside of the city of Spokane can participate. And here's the deal. We're still missing 3 states' participation, so let's get a couple of people from outside the city of Spokane to run virtually.
We've got 47 states that are participating. We've got holdouts. We've got Kentucky, we've got New Hampshire, and we've got Delaware that have not registered as of today.
Well, first things first, it looks like we need to make some phone calls. I called Delaware, New Hampshire, and Kentucky. I even called a few people from Delaware in hopes that they might show up.
The White House.
Hi, my name is Bradley Warren, and I'm a reporter with KHQ TV in Spokane, and we're looking for one person from Delaware to run in it, and I was wondering if the president would be available this Sunday.
Let me transfer you to the scheduling office.
Well, we didn't have a lot of luck with the president of the United States, who's from Delaware, but our sister NBC station, My NBC5 in New Hampshire, they stepped up and put out a PSA.
If we can canvass the United States and get participation from everyone in all states, it'd be incredible. Just another way that Bloomsday touches the nation, touches the world.
Well, we've made all of the phone calls we can today. Now we're putting it in your hands. If you know anyone in those 3 states who can participate in Bloomsday virtually, send them a message and tell them to take part. You can find more information about how to participate in Bloomsday and what all of the money from Bloomsday actually benefits on our website, khq.com. But for now, reporting in downtown Spokane, and since I'm out here, I think I'm going to get a head start on the race. I'm Bradley Warren, KHQ Local News.
Yeah, right, Bradley.
For some people, being center stage, that isn't exactly their dream. But for Max Sadler, playing his guitar to hundreds of thousands of people, that's where he feels most at home. And right now, he's hoping you can help him do that at a much larger scale.
Willie Nelson said that His dream was to be on the road playing music with his friends, and I can't think of a better way to spend my life.
Max Sadler was born and raised right here in Spokane. He will be graduating soon, and he's hoping to take the music industry by storm.
Well, I started playing guitar when I was 4.
Now, he's a few years older, and he's playing at a master level.
And this is my favorite Christmas song.
Putting all those skills to work. Currently, he's in a TikTok challenge.
You're a black and white movie, broken down beat along the side of the road.
For the opportunity to open for Josh Turner at Belmont University and then the Grand Ole Opry.
I'm 21, especially at 21, to be so young and to be able to play at the Opry would be monumental in my career.
To help him win, well, it's easy. All you have to do is watch his TikTok video.
For me, it would be an honor to represent Spokane on the Opry stage, and I would love to bring Washington and the Pacific Northwest to Nashville.
You guys ready?
He's going up against a lot of his classmates. He says they're equally as talented.
It helps a lot to have a lot of views and a lot of comments and proof that there are a lot of people behind you.
But he feels what makes him different from his classmates is that he brings an entirely different sound to the competition.
In this new record that I just recorded this last summer, a lot of the songs are sort of written about the West. And there's one song called Mountain Men and Wild Horses, and I don't think I would be able to write that if I didn't grow up in a mountainous state.
Max says, win or lose, his plan is to be a full-time musician. But in the interim, he says this would be monumental for his career.
I've been working so hard since I was 4. I've been trying to be the best guitarist, musician, player, person that I can be. And to see my dreams realized on the Opry stage at such a young age would be a dream come true.
Reporting in Spokane, I'm Bradley Warren, Nonstop Local.
We do have a link to watch that.
Well, it's graduation season, and we're in a gym full of chairs, which probably makes you think these 200 chairs are needed for quite the ceremony. Here at Oakdale High School, they don't need the 200 chairs. They need just this row.
We have 11 kids in our class graduating.
Yeah, out here in Oakdale, things are just a little different, a little quiet. And some, like senior Ryan Belbo, would agree, a little better.
Oh, I would rather go to a small school. Just knowing everybody just really feels good. You don't feel left out of anything. Everybody's included in every event.
And fellow senior Carly Katzen says she agrees.
I think my favorite part is that no matter like what I'm doing or where I'm going, every person here supports you in everything that you're doing.
Their school is over 100 years old, and when you graduate, you get to join a special club. Your face goes up on the wall for the next 100 years of students to see.
Starting from a young age, it was always really cool to have like my classmates, they have relatives up on the wall. And so we'd go through and, you know, that's my grandma. And like I know most of my classmates, they're relatives. And so it's really cool that their face is up there.
The wall she's talking about is in the cafeteria, and it has pictures from the very first class of 1909 to now. The principal, who has 3 of his own children on the wall, says it's a tradition.
This year's senior class is no exception. Of the 11, I think 5 have siblings and parents and grandparents on the wall, so it's quite a legacy.
And you can see the evolution in front of your eyes. The class of 79 wearing suits and ties, the class of 1980 dropping those ties, and the hair from the class of 1960, well, let's just say it was pretty big. The class sizes might be small, ranging from 14 to 20, but their heart and spirit is just as large as any major metropolitan school.
Leaving here it's going to be hard just because you know everybody, and college it's really a big step.
Both Ryan and Carly have big plans. Ryan wants to be a police officer, and Carly a dental hygienist. But they both say they'll never forget where they came from.
I've loved every single moment here at Oakdale.
Reporting in Oakdale. Is a diverse area, but that's not always reflected in our business community, which is why the Small Business Association and the city came together today in an effort to increase opportunity and capital for businesses of multicultural backgrounds. Right now, according to the mayor, 350 small businesses in the city of Spokane are owned by people of multi-ethnic and multicultural backgrounds. That's just 6% of business in the city. The mayor says she would like to see that number grow significantly. Ahana says that number could be larger. It's just hard to track. which is why them coming together with the city and the Small Business Administration builds a powerful backing in that mission to grow that number. Ahana says the goal is to make a safe place for people of multicultural backgrounds to grow in the business community right here in Spokane.
If a small business starts out, say, as a landscaper, they know how to run a business, but they don't know how to be a business owner. Do they understand their finances? Do they understand what are the opportunities there are for loans that will take their small business from one level to the next?
The mayor says that we are seeing huge job growth as we come out of the pandemic. That growth and access to capital will be key in supporting all business growth, saying that this is the lifeline and it's hugely important for the city of Spokane. Data shows that the average income in the city of Spokane is $50,000. The mayor says as the second largest city in the state, there's work to be done there, which is why she and other leaders are hopeful that new programs that will be birthed out of today's signing will help that growth. The head of the organization, Ahana, says his goal is to ensure that people of all backgrounds have access to what they need to make their business dreams a reality right here in Spokane. We've posted resources on our website, khq.com, so you can take advantage of that. But for now, reporting in downtown Spokane, I'm Bradley Warren, KHQ Local News.